when you're in 7-Eleven. And
all right, so you said there was mayhem at the 7-Eleven.
Mayhem. So we had a bum already just kind of wandered around doing kind of like
doing his
loops,
thing,
like a tornado, like right before, like when you go in
out in the parking lot or in the store.
In the store, and he's like, "I got a cigarette," and the dude goes, "I'll give you a pack of cigarettes, okay?" But he goes, "I need a lighter." He goes, "You can't even have money for the cigarettes.
You
How
want
you
me to
gonna do
smoke
lighter
it for you too?"
Meanwhile, you got a Bulgarian lady who just ordered a pizza, and she's shouting, "Where's her food?" After 1 minute, and he goes,
"Lady,
we're cooking
it's gonna
it."
take
And I
a
go,
minute.
"What the hell's going on out here?" 7-Eleven, you guys.
Every once I tell you what, I went in there for a pack of cigarettes today. I went in there for a pack of cigarettes today.
It's a nightclub,
and 20 cents up. I used to pay $8.90, which I know is retarded.
Not worth it.
And now it's $9.10 overnight. I mean,
it's just you got to pick and choose your 7-Elevens. I think is
you
the
really
best.
do.
Like
Some of them overcharge
story.
depending on how they're owned. Guys, they call us the Breeze. This is episode 67. There's only one way to do it, so let's get to it. Let's go.
Let's go.
Tonight!
Yeah, baby. Episode 67.
I got something on that.
Okay, exactly.
So
real quick, let me do the intro if I can. If I may.
Intro that shit.
Guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze. Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Episode 67. Live from YouTube. Make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe to Tiger Cage Media, the page. Get all the latest updates, all the videos, everything like that. And then, of course, if you can't be out there watching us live, which many of you do, and we appreciate that, but a lot of you listen back later Monday, wherever your podcast drip, Spotify, iTunes. Tell a friend. For every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 that aren't. And guys, wow. Okay, so back to the 7-Eleven conversation. Dad?
What I was going to say was, it's a lot different situation than what it was a long time ago. I mean, and what were you saying? Can you reiterate your experience?
Man, I thought you had something ready.
Fire.
Yeah, I thought you had something ready to fire off your head.
Because we've been off the air.
Listener, because we were off the air for
so if you could just,
30-second intro.
Re-jog your memory. So what I was saying is just how crazy 7-Elevens can get when it comes to either ordering pizzas and tacos and expecting them to be up in 2 minutes, or having someone,
I mentioned my cigarettes went up 20 cents.
Cigarettes, I mean, it's just a while, but
depending on the owner of the 7-Eleven, sometimes, and like I said, there was I won't mention the location, but way back when we were talking in the podcast,
bouncers.
We were talking about that store that happened to sell past midnight for alcohol that I witnessed a guy, and that was at a 7-Eleven. I won't say which one. So sometimes
that was some time ago, right?
And he plugged the numbers into the keyboard. He didn't do no scanning. He did open grocery. You know what I mean? But this was probably about a year ago. We were on the podcast. Remember, I talked about it. And that was at a 7-Eleven. I'm not going to say which one. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. And I have not yet tried to use that. I feel like the guy was a regular and had a privilege, and I have not yet tried to suffer the embarrassment of going up there by myself. But I mean, does that jog your memory at all on your 7-Eleven stance? Because you were coming out hot, like right as soon as that intro music was done.
You had something you wanted to say.
That what you were talking about that.
Just what you can get there. I don't
know. But moving on.
I'll tell you. They say spicy foods. They say it causes early Alzheimer's. And I mean, I don't know the goods or bads. I was always told if you eat something too spicy, it might clog your throat up and you won't be able to breathe. That was the one thing I was always afraid of when eating spicy. But Ryan and I mean, we grew up with spicy. I think Grandpa and Grandma cayenne pepper was on the table.
Cayenne pepper.
So I grew up learning like bland Italian food. No offense to anybody, but bland Italian food. Just throw some Parmesan cheese and throw some cayenne pepper on that shit, and it's going to be good.
I like spicy.
Or red pepper flakes.
I grew up on spicy.
And when you're a bachelor, you usually just kind of live the spicy life. Everything you cook has sriracha. I remember I made my once a week chicken fajitas for you and Mom. Dad, this is hilarious. So Dad, I'd squirt a little bit of sriracha on every fajita. Just a little bit, just a line or two.
I like it.
And it's a good flavor, right? And
yeah,
it's more on the tongue. Good. It's more on the tongue. It doesn't really upset your stomach.
And it has a good flavor.
But Ryan, you weren't here. we were having the fajitas, and not to blow up your spot, Dad, no pun intended, but Dad was like eating fajitas, and he was doing the sriracha thing like I was, and about halfway through, he was like, oh no, this is like, this is gonna, I don't know if I can eat this one. I need to like wash this off or something. Like, and then he took a little break and he disappeared for like 20, 30 minutes. So I think he took a little break into the John. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But,
I mean,
but that's kind of the life you live, especially when you're a bachelor and you're, I mean, every food is better when you put hot sauce on it.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Sometimes
if it's flavorful.
Sometimes if you're trying to,
not just hot.
If you're trying to shave some pennies, like I do, especially right now in this stage of my life where I'm saving for the home and everything like that, you try to cut some corners and try to, keep meals cheap. And what makes a cheap meal go the longest?
Salt and pepper and sriracha,
some hot sauce. Yeah, exactly. And to top that off, literally the last 2 times, still we're in this pandemic of sriracha. You can't find it at Publix. I went the last 2 times.
I wondered about that because I read something about 3 months ago. They said they were going to run out of a plant that is in the manufacture of that product.
Well, literally about twice now, I have gone into Publix the last 2 times and checked for the sriracha. Go down the international foods aisle, check, and it literally, we're sorry for both size bottles. I don't know what else to do here, man. I mean, I'm running really low. My ration right now, I can probably survive one more round of like 12 tacos.
I can hide the sriracha.
I can probably. So here's what I did, right? So Frank's Red Hot came up with the sriracha at one point. I have never tried that. I never did.
You bought it though, no?
It's not available right now. What I bought was something new that I hadn't seen on the shelf in the regular condiments aisle next to the Tabasco. Tabasco
sriracha
did their own sriracha. Yeah. So it's in the same bottle. It feels the same. Like it's got the same twisty green top, except they do gold. That's the color of theirs. And it might be flavored a little bit on the Tabasco side. I'm not sure. It might be a little more vinegary. I'm thinking
I need to
probably
try this
like
out.
So it's still in the cabinet. Like I said, I still have about 12 tacos left for my bottle that's in the fridge.
You're gonna have to let me know how that tastes.
So I mean that's kind of our only backup right now because the supply and demand is so scarce right now. Like I said, I mean, what do I got to do? Go into a Winn-Dixie and get flashing floodlights and crackheads jumping around every corner like a haunted house, basically like a haunted house.
Winn-Dixie is a haunted house, and then you get like to the flower section, you have some lady just like.
I'm not trying to disparage Winn-Dixie because sometimes they have good frozen food deals, but that's about all I buy, and chips and stuff.
Yeah,
and they have really good deals on beer, But I'm not buying no fresh chicken or fresh veggies from Winn-Dixie.
This is true.
I'm sorry.
The
hot take
protein.
on Winn. But anyway, so you live in the spicy life. I had a lunch.
I'm going in there in the middle of the night, Ocean's 11, for sriracha and sriracha only.
Sriracha
with headlamps. If there's no sriracha, we're back out of the building.
Yep.
The helicopters,
5 seconds.
we're out of here.
Yep, we're out of here.
It's all got to be
Clean,
done
no
in
prints.
1.30 seconds.
Mission.
So does everybody know? We've seen the video 218 times. Everybody knows what aisle the sriracha's on.
Anywhere.
Right?
Condiment aisle.
To complement the
and a
ethnic
special
food aisle.
operations unit goes into the warehouse.
Is it in the condiment aisle or is it in the ethnic food?
No, it's in international.
If you haven't,
hold on.
If
Dad,
you haven't cased the place before you're going to pull this,
you better case your place, bro, because I'm going to come over there.
It is. Give us a second. We still have it's labeled. It's literally labeled for us. Mike Mute. Where is it? Boom. Yep. Yeah, we got it right here. Anyway, so I lost track.
See, what the hell? All right, I'm going to lose track
so
at one point.
Spicy food. So I go on a lunch date with the co-producer the other day. I don't remember which day it was. My weeks are just blending together. But went on a lunch date with the co-producer the other day. A little late lunch. And went to Buffalo Wild Wings, which was lovely.
A little B-dubs.
And, they had their Halloween garb up, so that was cool. And just had a nice... I ordered it right off the menu. I said, Nashville hot chicken sandwich. Yes, please. Let's do it.
Okay.
So we have a fried chicken sandwich with, in the picture, it's not tossed in the Nashville hot sauce. It is just like the sauce is drooping down the top of it, like they pour it over top of the fried chicken.
And it's coming out from
and then it's coming out,
But this was
no ordinary. This was no ordinary Nashville hot chicken sandwich. So I like hate. I like hate.
Hey,
I can stay on me some
don't
heat.
be hating nobody. But yes, So I like me some heat, and I like me Nashville hot, dude. And I'll go hot, you know. I'm good
Some
with
like
that.
it hot.
So they
Some
pour
like
the
it
sauce.
cold.
They pour the sauce all over the top, and then you can tell they've topped it with ranch. Perfect combo.
Great start.
We have some slaw. I'm gonna get rid of the slaw personally. I'm not a slaw guy.
Get it on the
That's
side,
just not my
lightly
thing.
add to it if you want.
So I'm gonna get rid of the slaw, but we also have pickles, and they look like the good kind from the picture.
Yeah.
The good kind, like the fat kind.
Those slices.
And then they have jalapeno pepper rings or what? Not jalapeno. They call them sweet cherry pepper rings or whatever.
Oh,
I was
nice.
like,
Probably
okay,
what
cool.
Me and Mom use the yellow
Yeah. So I was like, all right,
banana.
this is cool. This is cool. So and then my dumbass, the only sigh of relief I could have had would have been normal French fries, but at
wanna go
B-dubs,
Cajun.
you
Look
want
at
to
the
toss
Ca-
them
you
in a
got them
seasoning.
Cajun fries.
So I toss them in Chipotle barbecue
Oh.
dry rub. So
That's not-
so I have
shouldn't
no reprieve from the French fries as I'm eating the sandwich, and I'm talking to the co-producer.
How's your toilet?
The co-producer has a burger, a simple burger. She said one of the best burgers she's had in a while. I'm sitting here and she goes, "You're red already."
Sweating bullets.
She goes, "You're like red," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is very fucking spicy." And I start kind of like picking the peppers, the because the peppers end up being the hottest part. It's not so much the sauce and the ranch that gets you; it's the humidity. So the peppers, I'm starting to kind of slice, and then finally, like halfway through the sandwich, I just give up and I peel it apart and I peel all the peppers off, put them in a corner. Now I'm trying to kind of like, you know, bide my time a little bit. I have a beer. The producer, actually, I was only planning on having one beer, and the co-producer's like, he'll take another beer, please. And I'm having the water, I'm having the beer. And I know that's bad when you're drinking or when you're eating spicy foods. You don't want to spread the spice around, but I'm desperate at this point. And now I keep munching on these French fries that are dry rubbed in Chipotle barbecue.
you dumbass.
Chipotle barbecue.
May I have some crackers, please?
And I'm
You
just
just
don't
suffering.
get it, do
a
you?
glass of
tongue-
water,
do you,
a
Stu?
glass
My
of water
tongue
and
is
two
burning.
slices of
I'm
bread.
gonna tell you right now. Before that meeting, like when I woke up at my place, like hours before the meeting, I did my morning dew. I had my meeting. You know what I mean? Normally that's good enough for me for the day. I shit you not, no pun intended. And when I got home from that lunch meeting with the co-producer, we had a second movement before we even started the day. You know what I mean? And
Now this won't stop you from
I did it.
God, and
having your garden hose squirting out of your butt, but it'll keep you from. It'll keep you.
Good
it'll-
analogy.
You
I
have
like
a
that.
garden?
yeah. What garden are you
Garden
growing?
hose.
You growing?
Garden
You growing
hose.
ghost
It's a
chilies
green
back
garden
there?
hose. No, what I'm saying is, if you toward the end of the night when you feel like you're about done,
Yeah.
you know, get one of those tumblers with ice,
Yeah.
just ice water,
Right.
and 2 pieces of white bread, and it'll take a shit ton of the sting out of your mouth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that happened at work.
It
Soak
won't
it up,
cure
right?
what's gonna. It won't cure all
the
heat.
dudes at work. I mean, like, when's the last? I mean, do you still eat spice? I don't think you eat very
Not
spicy.
anymore, I
Like I
can't.
said,
Not
again,
that spicy.
this fajita night was only within the past
So
month.
you've just been layering. You should.
I mean,
should
Ryan, you probably
cool
eat
it
tons
a
of
little
spicy
bit.
food.
Well, I love spicy food.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely do.
I mean, when
Spicy
I
chicken sandwich at
sprinkle some of that
Chick-fil-A, spicy
sriracha
chicken
that
sandwich.
we have in there on
Oh, yeah.
something, it's like, oof, I taste it.
Yeah.
And it
But you
doesn't
gotta be
kill
careful
me.
with that
It
stuff.
doesn't kill me, but I mean, not like when
Well,
I
yeah,
was
because a
your
hot
age.
sauce. I mean,
When I was your age,
I was reading up on it. A
Can
little.
it?
It
Can
can't
it
get
produce
hot
like
enough.
ulcers?
I was just
and
about to say now that we're in our advanced age, I started looking up. I was like, okay, what are the defects aside from like? And I looked up like the urban myth, like your esophagus could probably swell and close up and you can't breathe, and that it has potential, but that's not a big concern in the community
Right.
of eating
Unless
spicy.
you do this.
It's more of now it. While I think it gets your heart rate up while you're eating it, it actually does benefits for your for heart disease.
spicy food.
Yeah. That's what I read.
could-
So
okay.
like while you could
You're talking
probably
about
suffer,
sprinkling some,
I could see that.
well, while you could probably suffer a heart attack if it's too hot, if you don't suffer the
Yeah,
heart attack,
but, I
it's
mean-
actually good for your heart in the long run.
Well, I mean, it's probably like anything else. I mean, you're
But
talking
ulcers?
about the powder.
Yeah,
the,
definitely ulcers.
Ulcers, esophagus damage, a couple of things
Yeah,
that I was
what's the
reading
powder?
about.
Blown out butthole.
A blown out butt, yeah.
What's
just
the
bombed
powder
out and
that
depleted.
Grandpa turn this on?
Cayenne
pepper.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You got to use it in toleration. I mean, don't.
The most trailer park thing
You'll
that's
know
ever
when
been
it's-
said on this show. What's that powder that Grandpa got us turned on to?
Cayenne pepper.
Hey,
Pepper.
I think
Cayenne
it's like,
pepper.
yes.
No,
yes,
they
what-
had it in a shaker.
Judge,
They had it
what's this
in like
called?
a pizza shaker.
Yeah, it didn't
on the
really-
fucking middle of the table.
Yeah, why didn't they just-
And a bunch of 5 or 6 year old daredevil grandkids going like, "All right, fuck it," and me and Adam were just like competing against each other, and we would outdo you every time. You'd be like, "Oh, no, I can't. Acid
Well.
reflux, heartburn." Those are other, obviously.
Now you know.
Well, now
what
you know.
Dad was feeling. When you guys are just down in cayenne pepper, that's
Bet your
that
boys
shit's
can't
too
do
spicy,
it.
man.
Did you know that?
That high when you get my age.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, this is They Call Us the Breeze. We have a huge show for you tonight.
Ginormous.
We're going to do celebrity birthdays, and this one's especially awesome because they are basically only 10, not basically, they are only 10 points away from each other.
Very close. Very close.
We've been honing in. Dad was 16 points, 18 points, 17 points behind. Then he was 13 for a couple weeks. Now he's down to only 10 points behind you guys. This is huge. Dad
That's
could be
too-
making some
that's-
huge strides tonight.
That's 2 scores, or maybe
And
field goal
All
and
double bubbles, and you're caught up.
and a 2-pointer.
And we didn't do headlines last week because just like birthdays, headlines sucked last week. But we got headlines tonight, of course.
When do I have
and
to
then,
pay up the bet?
much like Ryan's old segment of, and which we still do, but Ryan's old segment of Guess That Business, Ryan is going to do Guess That Celebrity tonight with us. And so Dad and I are going to try to narrow that down with some yes or no questions. We might actually open this up into the public and take some calls. So we'll see how that works.
Okay.
Depending on the
I'm
technology.
interested.
Right,
And
celebrity
I'm in there.
speaking of technology and everything else, we have a caller tonight, Brenda, little Kyle's mom. She has some shit she wants to talk about. I've already briefed with her. I've had the phone conversation. I think it's worthy to bring up on the show. So got to stay tuned for that. That's going to be a big interview, I guess, tonight. So
She has
just
some
having
shit
fun.
I'm
she
excited
wants to talk
about
about
this
or
one.
items
This is
that
a
she wants
big
to talk
show.
about.
Yeah. And on the next time we come back in, I mean, we're going to do celebrity birthdays, but right after celebrity birthdays, we have a personal retraction to make from the show. Probably one of our first editorial edits, because we said something last episode and then something else happened like literally 2 days after the episode. So we have to bring it up and pay our respects. So we'll get into that as well. Guys, it's going to be a huge show. Episode 67 of They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Brian, what do you say? There he is. Dad, what do you say, bud?
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, guys, we'll be right
Let's
back.
go.
Don't go anywhere. We'll see you. Bye-bye. We love you. Well, hey guys, welcome back. It's They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Episode 67, and a notable episode at that. Lots of great show coming up for you guys. Lots of stuff you just want to stick around for. Make sure you tell your friends, tune in live. I love all the live listeners. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
But also, if you're not able to catch it live, make sure you go everywhere you get your podcast drip this Monday, and you'll catch the show. Ryan's been kind of dominating the not only the birthdays, but Ryan's kind of been dominating the
Whole entire.
the names of the episodes lately.
Only
you know.
probably after the first
It's funny
5 weeks.
how we
Oh,
name
the
the
shell?
episode. Well, yeah, like it depends. Like depends on.
I'm sure the first
That was good.
Well,
5, 6,
yeah.
7, 8 weeks, it was probably close.
We're not talking about birthdays right now. We're talking about right now.
Oh.
We're talking about how Ryan usually, like, I pick the best line or whatever makes me laugh the most during a podcast. I pick that as the title for the episode. And I would say more times than not over the past 10 episodes, Ryan's just kind of been stealing it. Last episode's called I Shit My Pants at Shells. I mean, you just never know what's going to come out of this kid's mouth. And
Or my ass.
I appreciate you for that, because I don't have to, like, think about it. It's just there. It just pops up. So
That's what I'm talking about, man. I should do some more slogans. Maybe
Get
shop
you some
those
bumper
out,
stickers, some T-shirts. I shit my pants at Shells. I mean, I'd
Coasters,
wear that
coasters.
T-shirt. I would wear that T-shirt, to be honest with
Toasters,
you.
coolie cups.
Coolie cups, exactly. Koozies,
Coasters.
yeah.
Yep.
Coasters, yeah.
The big volcano cups that you get at like
I'll do some
theme
clickable
parks.
pens
Yeah,
for the
man.
restaurant, and we just fucking
there you go.
there you go. We're opening a restaurant. It's gonna
Well, I like
it's gonna be
this
called
concept.
it's gonna be called At Shells, and the merch is just obviously. So but guys, it's celebrity birthday time on episode 67. Since we last checked in with our hero, he was down 13 points, and I think the week before that he was also down 13 points. They managed to even it out. I think he got a double bubble. He's been at 16, he's been at 18, but God damn it, we are finally at a 10-point range where Dad is at 177, and Ryan is slowly closing in on that 200 at 187.
I need to put my.
I think it's
Gas
time
it
to
a
go.
little bit, huh?
Let's see what comes out of both of you. Let's see it. What do you guys say? Time to do it. Ryan, avert your eyes. You
I'm
pervert.
ready.
All right, let's do it. Here we go. Time to play celebrity birthdays.
I think Dad's up first.
Happy birthday!
Dad is up first.
Yay! Happy fucking birthday!
There is no birthday party here.
All right, never mind the obsession that the crew from Always Sunny has with him. They're constantly talking about him. I believe Mac and Charlie were trying to write a movie about him becoming a cop that was just a big nose that could smell out crime.
Danny DeVito.
Dolph Lundgren. Happy birthday goes out to Dolph Lundgren today. He played
Happy in
the
Philadelphia.
not-
I only know those,
so Phil-
those
so-
real loud ones, and then
Dolph Lundgren, I believe, was the first Punisher, if I'm not mistaken.
Wasn't Dolph Lundgren in Rockies or no?
I believe he was in one of the Rocky movies. He was not Lou Ferrigno who played the Hawk, but he played like the Hulk, I should say. He played some superhero in
shit,
some
he's
movie.
been around for a while. Then
Yeah, like I mean, we're talking like back in those 70s, 80s movies.
I knew it.
Sorry, Dolph Lundgren. It's his birthday today.
you betcha, I got a double bubble.
So we both got it.
Fuck you.
All right,
No,
collect your eyes. Where are we at, Dolph Lundgren?
no, we didn't even guess.
I know
Okay,
that.
best, the most recent.
You did?
Yeah.
What'd you
wait,
say?
wait. He
I
played.
I didn't say anything. I was just joking.
I'm forgetting.
We
He-
haven't guessed yet.
Did he not play in Ted?
I'm just going to say 70
No,
because
that's
I don't know.
Flash.
I don't
Oh,
know
the
who
Flash,
he is. I'll
okay.
say 70. He's got to be
Wait,
70.
but is that Dolph Lundgren? No, it's not.
I don't know.
He's got to be 70, right?
I'm gonna. Yeah, you're going 70. I'm gonna go 72.
Dad's gonna get it because he is 65.
Ah, damn it.
We're having a real
I
tough time,
have
like
no idea who he
placing
is.
Dolph Lundgren.
I have no idea who he is.
Yeah, he's a meathead.
What does he look like? Let me see it.
He's just a big old
Yeah,
meathead.
he fought Rocky. I
Nah, I
will
can't
break
see
you.
it.
Yeah, stay in your seat,
Yeah,
Mike.
he's the Swede or whatever. He's like, I
All right,
will break
next
you.
birthday we have
Well, I know
up for you.
the smart ass little kid named Danny DeVito, right?
Exact, yeah.
And there's like two or three.
No, they
of
just
them.
talk.
And a girl maybe.
They
comes
just talk
in and out
about
there.
him. He's not. I don't think he's actually in the show. Okay, next birthday we have up for you, Ryan. Avert your eyes. Ryan's turn. Okay, Dad might have a better advantage at this one. This girl was huge in the news in the 80s. She was kidnapped. I believe she was probably kidnapped for 7 years, something like that. Born slightly after me. I shouldn't have said that. But, yeah, Elizabeth Smart. Happy birthday goes out
I
to you.
remember that. They had her in
Ryan goes up
California
first,
or
though.
out
Ryan
in
goes up
Nevada
first.
or what? Out west.
How would Remy define slightly in years? Maybe 2. So I'm saying she's 39.
42.
I said she was slightly born behind me. You guys are
Oh, you
both
said
idiots.
slightly-
She is 35 today, which means Ryan gets it.
Oh, I thought you said she was born before you.
said
born
slightly.
slightly after me.
You
is what I
said
said.
that. Slightly.
I am 36, which means she would be younger
well,
than me.
I was thinking after birthday. Yeah, whatever.
You fucking idiots. I gave you the goddamn answer.
We still
35 or 34 was
went
the
over,
answer.
baby.
They're high-fiving over their stupidness.
We
right
both
now.
went the wrong way in our
You curved
Hey.
hard left on
Hey.
that one. But
update on score 0-0.
Hey.
all right.
So
okay.
if you want to get on Ryan's gambling
Jesus
site,
Christ. Yeah, exactly. Next birthday we have up for you guys tonight. Dad would be up next. Ryan, avert your eyes. This guy is a very funny comedian. Actually, I just watched his bit about the Russian mafia again the other night. Everyone's probably seen that one. That's probably the most popular. Chubby guy. He doesn't wear a shirt on stage. So you might have seen his stand-ups. Dad, I'm sure we've shown you at least one or two of his stand-ups. Not Tom Segura. He's been on Joe Rogan's show a little bit here and there. He does stand-up. He's still an active stand-up guy. Like I said, chubby guy who doesn't wear a shirt a lot as part of his gimmick. Bert Kreischer.
I don't know who that is.
And
whose turn? My turn?
Yeah, it is your turn.
70.
Happy birthday. 70.
44.
Ryan's going to get it. He's 50.
I have no idea.
Current stand-up comedian.
Yeah, that one was hard. I mean,
you didn't have to go 70 on it. Jesus Christ. Anyway, next birthday we have up would be Ryan's turn.
I'm trying to let him catch back up.
Okay, this guy is a coach in the NFL. He coaches in the Midwest there. They like a lot of cheese where he coaches.
sure.
And it's green and
Did you
gold
say-
all the way. It's the pack. It's a happy birthday goes out to Matt LaFleur. You didn't know who LaFleur is?
Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur, the coach of the Green Bay Packers.
He's a younger guy, too. He's probably
Yep.
like, I'm going to say he's 42.
42.
41.
Fuck, Dad, you should have gone to 43. Ryan gets it with 42. Dad could have got a double ball if he would have went one over. Oh,
How long has he coached there? Because he was in his 30s.
I'm not familiar with
He
him.
must
I don't
be
know.
there
I've
for-
seen. Obviously, we watched
Yeah,
the
I
game.
knew he was young.
Yeah,
I knew he was young.
yeah not
Yeah, very young.
7 years older than me. So let's on the adverse side of my age. Okay, we got one birthday left
Hell,
for you.
if you knew a
and
damn
Dad's
thing
gonna
or
have
two
to go.
about football, son, you can be coaching in goddamn teams and making $8 million a year, too.
All right, this next guy.
But apparently you don't.
He was a king of HBO late night for a little while. He's done Weekend Update on SNL for a little while in the 80s. Curly mullet style hair that he's never gotten rid of. Very sarcastic. Big pain in the ass. But he's just fucking funny. And he had his own show, like I said, on HBO. Very happy birthday. Still kicking around and pissing people off. Mr. Dennis Miller. Dad's going to get to go first on this one. Ooh. Pregnant pause. Pregnant pause.
68.
68.
I was going to say like 70.
69, dude!
They're going to split the points.
Oh, man.
69. Dennis Miller is
What a way to go,
69
wow.
today.
Me and Paul used to watch him all the time.
Dennis
He's
Miller
funny,
live.
man.
Yeah.
Happy fucking birthday!
So wait a minute, there's no birthday party for you here.
Well, good job, boys. Good job.
Yeah, it'd always be like,
kinda
you going to
split
come over
there.
and watch Dennis Miller? And I'd
Wow,
be
he
like,
has a
tell Mom,
set
I'm
of
going
hair,
over and
huh?
watch.
Yeah, Dennis Miller live. That was the.
Yeah.
Well, that got some distance tonight, right? In Mike's lap. I throw the birthday card every time I get done reading.
Yeah, who did that? Johnny Carson?
Carson probably no. He used to do the
Oh, Letterman.
but Letterman always threw the shit and the top 10 countdown. And yeah, guys, and we're back
And we're
to a regular scheduled episode of They Call Us the Breeze, Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra,
Live
episode
from the Tiger Cage.
67. Like we were saying, a quick editorial note. So the last episode. So this is just kind of how the week went, right? I mean, this is beyond our control. We have no control over this. The last episode we were talking about, and like we say, we record this on Thursday. So this was on last Thursday, before Halloween, and Jerry Lee Lewis was not dead. Okay,
No,
he was
because
not
we were
dead.
talking about the hoax, right?
The hoax was that TMZ leaked some information about Jerry Lee Lewis dying, and the whole internet got a hold of it, and everybody ran rampant with it like they always do. But they retracted the statement. They said he's actually still alive. Maybe they didn't say alive and well like I said in the last podcast, because literally Saturday morning I wake up, I text Ryan, I go, okay, so Jerry Lee Lewis died.
Yeah, so then he really, really died.
So, like, I mean, he did like a Tom Brady kind of like, I'm retired, I'm unretired sort of thing with the news. He played with them a little bit. I mean, did
that, or we
Well,
all
now
as
you-
a country
No,
put that into
just-
the ether of.
Well, now you have to ask the important question of, did he maybe die for a second and they caught wind of it and then he was back fine again? Because 2 days later, I mean, they weren't that far. What caused them to report that?
Because
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't. It was not supposed to get out in the media, and
Well,
people
no shit.
started jumping all over people about stop saying.
Oh, so they said he was alive then he was when he was still dead or something? Is that what you think?
I think. Well, I'm just saying.
And then they said we'll release
Either
it
way.
officially in the morning.
Yeah. Either way,
And they were
we
getting
just-
on everybody who leaked shit out early.
We wanted to apologize for maybe our fun. Maybe we had a little too much like jest in the fact that like he's not dead, and we were just joking about it last episode, and now
Feel kind of guilty.
now he's dead, and rest in peace,
Rest in peace.
the killer. That's what they called him. The guy could play piano like nobody's business, play with his foot, play with his ass. He did all sorts of fun stuff. Some questionable life decisions, but the dude partied. And who played him in that movie? Was that Quaid?
Yeah, like Randy.
Dennis Quaid?
Dennis Quaid played him in Great Balls of Fire. I think
Yeah.
was the movie, probably the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, Dennis, not Randy.
Not Randy. That'd be a whole different movie. That'd be like the Dewey Cox story if Randy Quaid played him.
In that goddamn always shit outfit.
Shitter's full. Merry Christmas, Shitter's full.
Remember the Amish when he went bowling with Woody Harrelson?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Kingpin.
Oh yeah, the Amish. Yeah. Ishmael or whatever his name was. Good call, Dad. From the depths of the memories. All right, well, guys, this is what they call us. So we've had some correspondence with Brenda lately, little Kyle's mom, and I know it's after Halloween, but like I said, Halloween was on a Monday, and we haven't recorded a show since Thursday before that. So we're still a little in Halloween. I have some headlines up later. A couple of them are kind of Halloween related. And, Halloween went well. I think it was probably still pretty quiet for the most part. I don't know. How are things over here at the house?
We got rid of every bit of our candy.
Okay.
Did you?
But was it a big turnout like last year, or was it?
Yeah, it was probably. I don't know how many kids, but I mean, all for 3 hours, solid.
Okay, that's not bad.
We bought those bags. Well, you saw the bags in here probably. Well, maybe not.
Right.
But those bags that you get at Walmart, there's 220 pieces, 180 pieces. Got rid of every bit of it.
Good turnout.
What's the window again? Is it, correct me if I'm wrong, 6 to 9? The 3 hours, is that like the window?
69, dude!
Or is it 5 to 8? I forget.
I don't. It's just
it's just
start coming
whenever.
up.
just before sundown and about 2-3 hours after sundown.
I'll tell you,
that's
there was a hell of a
That's
lot
when
of.
it's supposed to be
anyway,
sundown
I mean,
to
that
sundown.
sounds like a pretty calming night. I myself had the night off. I watched some hockey. I sat around the house. I did nothing. Ryan, what did you work or?
No, I actually ended up getting the night off and went Shore Acres. Actually, a lot more adult beverages as there had like candy for the kids. They were like Jello
okay.
shots.
All right.
You guys want some Jello shots? I had a very delicious vampire blood Jello shot.
What
And
did that?
then
Was that vodka based?
It
or
was
was
vodka
it,
based.
Okay.
Almost tastes like bad blood actually from
Okay.
like
Right on.
Noble.
Okay.
And then the next, literally. Driveway over, they go, well, we have these pumpkin shots. Come on over. And then it tastes exactly like a pumpkin
Yeah,
pie.
that was just hanging
And then
out.
we skipped across the street, and then they're like, hey, we have some. And I was like, dude, this
Let's
Shore Acres.
feels like
Okay.
Louisiana all of a sudden.
Alrighty.
What, we Bourbon Street? What are we
The
doing?
kids.
Okay, all right, let's do it.
The
Let's,
dogs.
yeah.
we
We
nice.
can separate.
Me and Mom just hung out here. I would pop in here.
Well,
every
it
now
sounds
and
like the three of us had a pretty good Halloween.
was, I
A
liked
really
it.
good friend of the show, though, she did not have such a great Halloween. Or maybe she had a good Halloween, but the aftermath she was bitching about. And, since she's a good friend of the show, we always have to give her a call and get her on the line. And, Brenda, little Kyle's mom.
Yes.
Apparently, her Halloween was fine, but the aftermath was a little bad. So let's try to get her on the line here. What do you guys say?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
Brenda, babe, you there? Brenda? Brenda?
Hey,
Oh,
Brenda.
hey guys, hey Boyz, hey guys, how y'all
Brenda,
doing?
how are you? Hey.
Hey, Brenda. How
Brenda,
you doing?
thank
How
you.
doing?
Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'll tell you, it has been just a doozy. of a week. I will tell you that right now. I mean, just the cleanup alone.
Yeah, okay, so
Do you have
so
a lot
kind
of
of cleanup?
revelers?
let's circle back here, Brenda, real quick. So what was your plans here? What did you do on Halloween? Okay, Halloween was just this past Monday, as we've been telling our listeners as they're checking in. It's the weirdest thing that we're doing a Halloween.
I was gonna say, like, why y'all even calling me about Halloween? Like, I'm glad to be on the show, but like, y'all come to the Halloween like 3 days later.
Well, like I said, Halloween was on a Monday, so we had a pretty good Halloween. How was your Halloween? I mean, in like the actual day.
Well, I mean, it all started out real good. So I had this plan, right? I was going to head on down to Honeymooners. I was dressed like a sexy kitten. And Brandy, I know you like them old.
Well, I don't, ma'am, please. Yeah, so you were dressed like a sexy kitten.
Yeah, I'm dressed like a sexy kitten, and I'm going to head on over to Honeymoon, trying to find little Kyle a new daddy for the night.
Just for the one night. Okay.
Was there anything going on there, like special?
saying,
Like,
so
was it a costume party?
I go, no, they don't do anything like that at Honeymooners. I was just heading down. I was going to hang out in my sexy kitten costume and try to pick up a new daddy for little Kyle. And I put him.
So yeah, that would be my question. So
did you get
what's the candy situation like at your house? I mean, you live in a house, correct? Not an apartment.
Yeah, we live in a house. So the candy situation was, so I had little Kyle. I said, okay, honey, dress up. He wanted to be the Mandalorian this year. He's like, I'm gonna be the it's like Mandarin or like Malone.
Yeah, from Star Wars, the Mandalorian.
No, like the
right?
little. It's like the instrument you play. What's that
he
called?
wanted to be a mandolin.
Mandolin, yeah, mandolin.
Yeah, the mandolin.
He wanted to be
No,
he wanted
ma'am.
to be dressed up as a mandolin.
Brenda, it's the Mandalorian. It's a Star Wars thing.
I don't know, whatever the hell that little Yoda comes from. He wanted to be Mandalorian, so I gave him his airsoft rifle on one side, and he's got a Red Ryder BB gun on the other side. So they're sticking out kind of like the ninja style, where they have the sticks. And
Yeah, I got you. I can
Kevin
picture
McCall
little
is
Kyle
there.
right now with the outfit. It sounds good.
yeah, so anyway, so I was just like, well, shit. If he's that protected, he don't want to go nowhere. I'm just going to head out to Honeymooners for the night. I'm going to put him in charge of handing out the candy. And he's well protected with the airsoft rifle and the...
Okay, so your 8-year-old son, you're just going to leave him out in front of the house for the night. Forgive me for asking, ma'am, but it sounds like you're not in probably one of the nicer neighborhoods.
Yeah, were you scared
What
for
are you
little Kyle?
implying right
How
now?
to go?
Who leaves their child at the house?
I don't understand why this is a big deal. Like I said, I equipped him with an airsoft rifle and a Red Ryder.
Well, you just said, have you been drinking tonight?
Well, yeah, I'm at Honeymooners right now, idiot. Of course I've been drinking.
All right,
Well,
no need to
geez,
throw
you
around.
don't need to
All
call
right,
us names.
so
Yeah,
you dress up like a sexy kitty cat.
That's right, sexiest kitty cat you ever seen.
All right, so you dress up like a sexy kitty cat. You're gonna head out to Honeymooners. You're leaving little Kyle in charge of the candy bowl on the porch by himself. The
Sniper.
kid's 8 years old.
That's a mistake before giving him the
Hey,
game.
basically
listen,
got
he
candy.
may be 8 years old, but he knows what he's doing. He knows his way around that pellet gun. I'll tell you what, squirrels, forget about it. If there's a squirrel in the backyard, Kyle's going to nip it. About give him 30 minutes, go grab his air.
All right, that's
So,
okay.
little Kyle's
So
very good.
he's very good with a shot.
Shot.
One of the
Okay.
best shots I ever seen.
Okay, so you head on over to Honeymooners. You're having yourself a good night. How was the scene over there on,
Oh, it's great. No Halloween costume, like I said, no bullshit. But we just,
ma'am? Got to keep the costume
Yeah,
down.
I mean,
I'm sorry, I forgot. So we're hanging out, and Wally Burns down there, Cross is down there, Sherry, everybody's having Fireball.
Oh,
Everybody's doing
nice.
it. Larry Loretti even showed up one time. He was dressed like Lady Gaga, and I was just like, Larry, what are you doing? And he's like, I fucking do Larry. That guy is crazy.
We deal with Larry quite a bit on the show.
he can be a little
But yeah,
much,
so it was a
but
nice little night, and everybody's hanging out, and I'm scoping around looking for.
so yeah, how's that
little Kyle.
going, Brenda? Have any prospects in the area?
Well, no, I mean, I'm on the Hinge, and I'm on the Bumblebee, or whatever they call it, and I do all that. I don't do the Tinder.
What did you set your parameters for?
I caught syphilis last time I did the
What did you?
Syphilis? That's like from the 1800s. How the hell did you?
I'm just saying, I stay off that Tinder. But I'm on Hinge, and I'm on the Bumblebee.
What are you looking
Bumble?
for
I think it's called Bumble.
age-wise? I mean, what would what does your profiles look like?
Eyes on you, Remy.
All right. Like, ease off there. I don't like to date single mothers.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair enough. All right. So I'm at the bar. I see a couple prospects. I'm hanging out. I get home. Okay. Now this is the main part of the story.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We keep cutting you off. What's the main reason?
I suffered a tragedy when I get home. I get the Uber, and the Uber comes home and drops me off, and I cannot explain to you what I saw as soon as I walked in.
Well, you can't explain to it in time because we've taken so long. We actually have to take a quick commercial break, Brenda, if that's okay with you. We're going to come right back, though, to get more of the interview. Is that all right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just nestled up at the bar, bellied up. Yeah, I guess call me after the break, you idiots.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
We just didn't.
Right.
We didn't anticipate on the intro of the story taking so long.
Stand by.
Yeah, stand by.
I'm going to stand by, Mike. I'll see you later.
thank you.
Ryan, Ramy,
I'll talk to you
We'll
soon.
talk to you in a
All
minute.
right, we'll talk to you in a minute there.
Bye,
Guys,
kitty.
it's They Call Us the Breeze. We're going to take a quick little commercial break. We'll get right back to Brenda's call. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you. Dad, what do you say?
See you soon.
Yeah, I guess.
Stay tuned for part 2 of Brenda.
That's right.
It's
can't
Brenda, the mother of Kyle.
That's
little
right.
Kyle.
We'll see you guys. Bye-bye.
And the world spins. Turns. The world turns.
It still turns on, yes.
Yes.
Well, hey guys, welcome back. This is They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo Romeo Echo Sierra live from the Tiger Cage. Episode 67. However you take it. However you get it.
However you take your medicine.
YouTube, podcast, doesn't matter.
Chew
None
it.
of this it don't.
Shoot it.
What is it? It don't matter. What is it?
It don't matter. None of this matters.
That's
Hey,
right,
what are you
guys.
saying,
Well,
Louis?
welcome back.
What do you think, Louis?
Like we said right before we took our break, we still have Brenda on the line.
Yeah, still holding you,
talking about her horrors and tribulations of the actual, Halloween, the way it went for her. And she said she couldn't wait to tell us what happened, what she saw when she got home from Honeymooners that night after
Yeah,
she left Kyle
very
alone
curious.
in charge. And like she said, Kyle ran off with his friends. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens.
You think Kyle's going to grow up okay?
I hope so. Brenda, are you there, honey?
Hey, Brenda.
Listen,
Hey, Brenda.
don't you call me honey. We've been over this.
All right, yeah, you're right. Okay, so back into the story. You're dressed in the sexy kitty cat costume, and you're out at Honeymooners, and you've left Kyle a mandolin or Mandalorian costume with a couple with an airsoft
Double
rifle.
strap.
Yeah, double strapped. And so where does the story?
Well, like I said, so Kyle, he runs off with his little friends, and they decide they're going to, last minute, they're like, all right, we're going to go out and get candy. And I know he's only 8 years old, so it's like, why wouldn't you go out? But he said he was going to stand guard all night around the house.
Okay, so what did he do? He did the classic bolt.
He did a classic bowl outside the house. He said, take one.
Oh, and was he waiting out in
And he
like
left
the corner or
and left the
something?
big bowl. No, he went out with his friends. He left the big bowl. I got the ring cam. I saw all the whole thing
Okay,
going
you got a
down.
ring
Yeah,
camera
okay,
system.
ring cam system. Okay, so
That makes
you're
sense.
watching the ring cam, and so little Kyle basically abandons post after how long you think?
He might have been out there like maybe 30 minutes. It wasn't even full sunset yet. It was still, the sun was still going down. He was out there. He handed out to the little kids, the little babies. They come out first.
Yeah, the cute little
It
kids.
sounds
Yeah.
to me like he should be
And then so
court-martialed.
he puts out the bowl, and it says take one. And I watch him run off with his little friend. They all get on their little bikes, and they ride away. And I shit you not. So the bowl is the least bit of my concern right now. But the first thing I notice before I walk in the door, never mind what happens when I park outside the house, but first thing I notice when I'm inside the door, this bowl is empty, and let's just say it's not empty.
Okay, so it's
What is
so it's empty but
that?
not empty. Is this some sort of riddle? I don't.
No, I mean, the candy was out of the bowl, but something else was left inside the bowl.
All right, you're going to need to elaborate probably a little bit.
Okay.
Someone took a shit in the goddamn candy bowl. I don't know how much.
my
could-
God.
Jesus.
No way.
Brenda, yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear that someone's shit.
Brenda?
Hey, wait a minute.
Hold up.
It could have
Hold
been
up,
a baby Ruth.
Dad, hold up. Okay. Oh shit. All right, here we go. Sorry. We had a little bit of a shit going on here. Brenda, are you there? Brenda?
No, okay. So, like I said,
There's a shit in the bowl.
So somebody took. Was it human shit? Was it dog
somebody
shit?
took a dinkle in my purple big Halloween bowl,
Throw
and
that
that's
thing
not
out.
even the start of it. I pull up at this.
Yeah, let's talk about. So you
Are
originally.
you sure it's not a baby Ruth? I
And are
saw
you
it in the movie
sure-
one time.
Yeah, you're talking about Caddyshack, smartass.
Well, it is Halloween
Well,
night,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
no,
Halloween
yeah.
night.
I mean, people are going to pull pranks, but what the hell? What the actual hell? There's a turd in my bowl, and that's not even where it starts, okay? I come home in the Uber.
Yeah, thank God you took an Uber home. How did? Obviously,
Definitely, yes.
Were you alone, or did you score somebody with the sexy kitty?
Yeah, did you finally find
I
a
didn't
zoo
score-
tamer?
I did not score Kyle's dad for the night, but I come home, and my entire yard is teepeed. I'm not talking just like the trees. The trees were teepeed, but some little asshole got toilet paper. Did the entire square footage of my yard in toilet paper. And then I would only assume
You would only assume what?
What?
some other little asshole came up behind him and started throwing eggs all over the house. Do you know how hard it is to get eggs off a window after it's been sitting out in 89-degree heat?
I know exactly. Actually, I used to own a van, and my van was egged. And you want to talk about windows? That's one thing, but you can't deal with the paint chip that comes from washing off dry.
This is true.
Yeah, okay, well, I guess you might. You always
Where-
got one at me, Ramy.
And
Well, either
Brenda,
way.
where did Kyle say he was at this whole
So,
time?
yeah, where I want to know where Kyle, because he just took off and ran
Feels
off.
like he
ran
would
off.
have had them.
Well,
No,
he
he
was
was
probably
just-
trick or treating, right?
No,
Oh, yeah,
it turns
well,
out he was just
definitely.
at his buddy Brandon's house, and they were just playing Call of Duty all night. So, I mean, you tell me what's more important, our house or Call.
Well, he's an 8-year-old kid, and you left him alone in charge of the candy bowl. He got bored after the sun went
Well,
down.
would you- yeah,
I mean, I don't.
You
what-
get
what
bored
did
and you go out and you dress like a kitty cat, try to get
I
dad.
had this plan just because his sitter fell through, who was supposed to. That don't mean I'm gonna cancel my plans. I was trying to go out and get a little.
All right, yeah, we get it. Okay, so you get home. There's toilet paper everywhere. There's eggs thrown all over the house. The candy bowl has a as you're
Human shit.
A hot semen. How's your father? Laying right in that bowl. My big old purple, same one I put out and I threw it out. I'm not gonna rewash that bowl. That is contaminated.
You gotta throw that thing away, right?
You could just wash it. I mean, just throw it in the dishwasher. I mean, get rid of the turd and do.
No, it's a family memory at this point. So when I put that thing out, I'm gonna think about that turd being in it.
Okay, that's fair enough. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, that sounds like it's.
All right, so some kids
Jeez.
threw some toilet paper everywhere. They probably wasted so much money in toilet paper and probably so much money in eggs. These
Or
dumbass
they
kids.
had it all left over from the pandemic when everybody was hoarding it.
Well, hopefully the eggs weren't that old.
No.
But I mean, what's the big hubbub? I mean, the kids did it. The kids are going to be kids. They're going to have fun. I mean, you move on, you clean it up. I mean, we'll come over. We'll help out, guys. Right?
Yeah, I'll help.
We'll come over.
No, I got
Clean
it
the
cleaned up
crew?
already. I done got it cleaned. Guys, this was Halloween. This was Monday. I got it cleaned up. But now there's even more issues. And
Like
I'm
what?
starting-
Like more poop?
More. It's like more poop.
Come on, y'all. Be mature about this.
No, we're just asking. Some more poop.
No, there was no more poop, but I don't know. I think there was a curse put on this house. I think some of those little girls probably just came up here instead of throwing their toilet paper or their eggs, they threw some black magic. on my.
Easy.
Okay, all
Magic.
right. You can't just. It's not the Salem witch
Do you
trials.
have?
You can't.
I know. Give us an example of
I'm
why.
just saying. No,
Yeah,
listen,
why do
so-
you think that there's
Come on,
black
what
magic?
weird paranormal?
Turds in a
I
bowl
got
doesn't
every-
constitute black magic.
Yes, exactly.
Brenda.
Ryan, good point. Dad, good point. What justifies you in an accusation that someone might have put
Black magic.
black magic on your?
Okay, so I had all this cleaned up by like Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday night I come home, I'm cooking fajitas, your little Kyle's favorite. I'm making fajitas, and we're gonna watch a movie, not a scary movie. We're already putting on the Christmas classics, you know, the Hallmark
Yes.
Channel.
Oh, yeah.
They got All I Want for Christmas Is You and all that stuff, and I got all them movies lined up. They're all in my queue, and we're gonna watch a family movie, y'all. And this
From here on till
this
Christmas?
well, this one's called Santa Paws, right? Because I got little Kyle sitting with me, so this one's about a little Santa dog called Santa Paws, and we're going. And all of a sudden, I start smelling this thing, and I hear, and then I smell this smell. It smells like rotten eggs.
That
That sounds
actually
like someone farting,
well,
maybe.
no,
Was that you farting?
No, it sounds like a sewer problem to me. It sounds
Yeah.
like pipes or something's wrong, and
Could be,
I
yeah.
you know, if I don't clean my drain with bleach every once in a while, it starts to get kind of a sulfur type smell. Or maybe it's your. Do you have hard water, right, Dad? Is that what they call it, hard water?
No, I got water softener. I'm saying, I hear. And then I just smell it. Just hits like a wave, and I think I'm possessed.
I think it's little
I
Kyle
think there's
farting.
a possession in this house.
I think it's little Carl fighting.
You think there's a? I think yeah. Check your kid. What have you been?
Yeah, what have you been
I
feeding
have
little
not
Kyle?
taken me or Lil Kyle. We have not been to Chipotle or Taco Bell once this month. I don't know what.
But you said you had taco night the
Yeah,
other
you
day.
said you had taco
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
You
yeah.
made fajitas for little Kyle's.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm hearing, and he's sitting next to me on the couch. I would feel it rumble. I would feel the rumble.
Are you on the same?
So
cushion?
you're hearing
Maybe
what you.
this is paranormal?
You're hearing what you
it's
think-
paranormal?
I think it's just what I think it is I think there's a ghost haunting my house, and he is, for better lack of a term, he's busting ass in my house. And
How old is the house?
the house
when was it built?
1957.
That's not old.
Yeah, not that old. So I mean, is there any? Can you see the goat?
No, I can't see the ghost. I can smell the ghost. I can hear the ghost. And he come in here, and we're just out here trying to watch Santa Paws, and
You just hear that and smell shit.
and then I just smell shit.
It might be outside.
Guys, let's keep it clean. Let's
Sasquatch,
keep it clean.
Which gives off odor.
Do you have external window units that maybe be sucking some air from the outside?
No, I'm central heat and air. I just hear them, and then I just smell. It's just like sulfur. It's just like rotten eggs.
Like a
And I
skunk
think-
ape.
I think I'm being haunted.
I think
It
it's
sounds like you
Sasquatch.
might be
Skunk ape.
haunted. Yeah.
So what do we do here? I mean, is there is there some sort of exorcism that can be?
You know, it's funny you say that, because I did look up exorcisms for not just entities, but like extra things, like maybe for flatulence, exorcism flatulence, or things. And this has been a big, huge. There's a couple different companies in the tri-state area here where I live that take care of this. The only problem is that they're about $1,000 over my budget.
All right. Well, what's your budget for?
what is your budget?
What's your budget for a fart exorcist?
Yeah, like
0.
medium.
Okay, so they charge about $1,000.
Yeah, they charge about $1,000, which is $1,000 over my limit, and I'm thinking about maybe starting a GoFundMe.
So,
Wait, so you want to start
All right,
a
we can maybe-
GoFundMe for
all
the? We could probably get a page
ladies and
going.
gentlemen out there, yeah, I'll be the first to say it. We're gonna start a GoFundMe for
Brenda, just keep your windows open until we get that.
No, how am I supposed to do that? Come on, man, it's so bad in
So
here.
the air moves through it fast.
I made chili last night.
See, all these
All
things that
day
you're
today,
talking about just kind of add
it's
up to
just
maybe
that.
little Kyle taking a.
Yeah, I'm thinking this might just be little guy. Like,
No, because when the noise comes out, it's like.
Do you have leather furniture? Do you have leather
And then it
furniture?
goes like that at the end.
That sounds like
a long drawn.
unless it doesn't sound,
fart.
unless it doesn't have a phone sound effect, and it's in the same room as you. I'm thinking that might just be little Kyle.
Weak floors.
Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows? God bless him, you know.
Does he smile at you afterwards?
Well, have you heard anything or smelled anything since then?
Well, it's still going on. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to look up a fart exorcist.
I got an idea. Why don't you feed him pancakes and syrup for the next 3 days?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you might
keep him
want to
off
us on Monday.
Just get.
First, start with a
Get
nice
his-
vegetable diet for Kyle.
No vegetables. Don't give the kid broccoli.
No, just
let
pancakes and syrup for
Yeah.
the next 4
just
days.
grains and liquids for the next. Just stay off the red meat.
And report back to us, would you?
All right, I think that sounds fair enough. I'm going to get the hell out of here, guys.
All right, we'll see you
I
later.
still have my damn sexy kitty cat
All right,
costume
kitty
on.
cat.
Good luck.
All right. Good luck with your Brenda. Jesus Christ. All right. That was Brenda. Wow. Oh, man. You never know.
You
Some
never know
people.
with Brenda. Man, she is selling ass and
We don't-
smelling ass.
Trying
I don't
to.
know.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't want no ass, Brenda. All right. That was Brenda. Good friend.
That's
Good friend of the
that's
show.
a shitty situation to be in. though.
sounds like
Have
a-
you
yeah.
fart exorcist. Where do you find one of those?
I don't know.
Not necessarily in the yellow pages.
I'd
these
say
days, I don't think.
I'd go a little further west. If she sounds like she's from Alabama, I'd go over to New Orleans.
All
If
right.
you can't find one there,
New update. Brand new segment of the show.
Somebody's sure to sell you
Brand
one.
new segment of the show. Whenever we do a podcast during a Lightning Tampa Bay hockey game, Ryan is now dubbed with the duty of giving us a live Lightning update. The puck drop was at 7 o'clock. It is currently 7:50. Ryan, give us the live Lightning update.
Hey, thank you very much, Jeremy. These Lightning are
Phil
down
Esposito
just
over
by
here.
1 point in the first. It's
How
Carolina
much time we got left?
1.
Here? Carolina's got
8
one. We got
shots
0.
on goal, Lightning. 15 shots on goal, Hurricanes.
Sounds like we're getting the shots in there.
End of
how
the
much?
first.
End of the first. All right, 1-0.
Yeah.
Carolina's got it. Okay, we'll check back in with you later. Thanks, Chief. All right, guys. This is They Call Us the Breeze, episode 67. A new quick segment we're going to try to introduce. Hopefully, we can pull this out in time. But we've decided, we're going to
yes
try
or no questions.
try
okay?
something new. Yes or no questions. Kind of like Ryan's Guess This Business. So we might as well we'll just play that until we have the. So here's the business intro.
What business are you in?
It's none of your business.
Business.
That's none of your damn business, and I'll thank you to stay out of my personal affairs.
But instead of Guess That Business tonight, it's actually we're pivoting.
Yes.
Guess
Okay.
that celebrity. And Dad and I can ask yes or no questions. And we'll see what happens
And
here.
the questions are harder still.
And the questions are harder still. I like to play these games. Like I said, I'm rarely in the hot seat. These guys do birthdays all the time. Mike does Brillionaire. I rarely get to be in the hot seat unless Ryan does Guess This Business. And I'm usually pretty fucking good at it. So I want to see if this will translate into the celebrity thing. Ryan, what do you got for us tonight?
Well, I mean, I think you started to go with
Is
yes
it a boy
no.
or a girl? Is it a boy or a girl?
Yes or no questions.
Yeah, boy or girl?
It's a boy.
That's not a yes or no question.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Is it a boy?
Yes.
Yes, it's a boy. Okay.
Well, I mean,
Quit cheating right off the bat. You're trying to
it's
cheat.
a man.
All right. Is
man.
this man an actor?
Yes.
This man is an actor. Boom. Narrowed it down a little bit. Okay. Was this man active in the 80s?
Yes.
He was still
But-
still active in the 80s.
Let's
so-
just say he started to get going a little bit thereafter.
Okay. All right.
When would you say he made his last movie in the last 5 years?
Yeah. When would you think his last movie was?
Well, you can't ask.
Oh yeah,
that.
you can't ask that. Was his last movie within
In
the last 2
within the
years?
last 5 years.
5 years.
Has he had a movie come out in the last,
last
5 years?
Yes.
No.
No. Okay.
Okay,
Prevalent
that
in the
pushes
80s.
us back.
Prevalent in the 80s. Relevant in the 80s. Was he relevant in the 90s?
Very much so, yes.
Okay.
Was
so
he,
so
was
maybe
he-
maybe mid 80s he started, 90s he had a huge career.
Did he fly an a jet aircraft?
In any of his movies, did he fly one?
Did he fly a...
Not did he, or did he act like he flew one?
It's tough. Yes, I guess you could say yes.
Does he okay?
a jet
Does he
aircraft, a
personally
jet
does he
aircraft.
personally know how to fly
No.
jet aircraft?
No.
No. Okay. I hope you
Tom
know. I
Cruise?
hope you know your facts.
Tom Cruise.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Well,
Was he?
that's why I said
Was
jet
he
aircraft.
Was he in a movie that had Winslow from Family Matters in it?
No.
No? Okay.
He flew a jet aircraft.
That gets rid of Die Hard and Bruce Willis. Okay.
He flew and is not a wingman.
Was he a boxer in the movie?
No, he was never a boxer in a movie.
Shit, I'm lost, man, right there.
Okay, so he was prevalent in the 80s,
And he flew
majored in the 90s. He has not had a movie within the last 5 years that Ryan knows about, which still
No,
could be.
he hasn't.
Okay. Did he run for office?
No.
No. So there's Arnold. He's out. I'm thinking of like action movie stars. Maybe. Okay. Was the movies that are the movies he's in? Are they action?
Is he? We established his age, right?
No,
Or
I mean not necessarily.
Is he 80?
Is he 80 years old? No, he's not 80 years old.
Okay. Is he action movies?
I mean, not really. He's not known for that.
Is he
And
more-
let me go ahead and throw you a bone. He was also.
No, don't throw me a bone. Is he comedy movies?
Yes.
Okay. 80s. All right.
Like I said, 90s is when he really started to take off.
Bill Murray.
Is he alive?
No.
Is he
Yes.
alive? He's alive? Okay.
90s. I mean, that would have been the 80s.
Has he been on SNL?
Probably.
He's probably hosted it, but he's not known as a host. Like that's
Wasn't part of the
knocked it out
cast. Wasn't
park.
part of the cast.
No.
Okay, that helps me. Okay. More known for comedy, you said?
Yep.
Is he a big guy or small guy?
He's probably. I would
You
say
can't ask that. Is he a big guy?
Oh, is he
Average.
a big guy? Is he over 5'10"? Would you say?
Yeah, he's probably my height.
Would you say he's 6 foot
Yeah,
and about 180 pounds?
that's me. No, he's probably a little bit heavier.
Is he?
He's older than I am. So.
Has he done commercials?
Oh, I guarantee it. Absolutely.
And has he done regular TV sitcoms?
Yes, he has.
Like Mike and Molly or somebody?
Well, just sitcoms. That's all you
No.
have to. Has he
Charlie
written
Sheen?
any books?
No.
Not Charlie Sheen.
Maybe he's written like an autobiography, but I don't even think that.
Charlie Sheen?
No.
Damn.
All right, give us a hint.
Like you said, big 90s sitcom, comedy. Let's just go ahead and say he's going to start to trend a lot now that we get into the holiday season.
Okay. All right. I was going to guess
Will
Tim
Ferrell?
Allen, but he's
Yeah.
written books. He's
Tim
written
Allen.
books.
He has
Tim
written
Allen?
books.
Yes, and his most notable. I was going to get fuck you, Ryan, for not knowing your candidate, because one of the biggest books he's written, and everyone knows about it, is Never Stand Too Close to a Naked Man. And Tim Allen wrote that book, and that was huge while Home Improvement was out. And so when I asked the book question, I was specifically digging towards Tim Allen, and you said no. But then you start saying around this time of year he's going to start trending, which means the Santa Claus.
I went to
That's
Ferrell.
exactly what I was
Will
meaning.
Ferrell. And then
I
when
had
you
no
said
idea
Tim
that
fucked
Allen
me with the
wrote a
book
book?
deal. You
Yeah,
fucked me with the book deal, bud.
I didn't know about the book.
But hey, good job, man. That was great.
Yeah, that was.
Good job, Tim
that
Allen.
was hard
Tim
to get.
Allen.
That was hard to get.
We got it though.
I mean, we did. I mean,
The book deal, man.
We're-
We certainly did.
once we got it to comedians and
I
how
had no
big is
idea. I
he?
had no idea he wrote a book.
Yeah,
I
it was
had
called
no
Never
idea.
Stand Too Close to a Naked Man. It was on our counter or on our little coffee table or corner table in the old house for a minute, I believe. But anyway, guys, they call us. Great job, Ryan.
Hey.
They call us The Breeze, episode 67. We're going to take a little break, and then we come back with just a little bit of headlines just to let y'all know what's going on in the world today. And then we're going to get out of here and watch some lightning. So, Dad, what do you say?
see you soon.
All right,
See
Ron.
you soon.
Be right
See you
back.
soon.
All right, be right back. Bye. See you. Bye.
Be right back.
We're all watching the cat. All of us.
I
are
mean,
watching.
he's just such a beautiful beast.
Louis, you're just chilling right by the door, man.
Yep.
Yep. Maybe the co-producer will come get you. He's just waiting. He's like, please let me back inside. I don't want to be out here anymore.
They
I
just-
tried
guy-
to slide my card. It doesn't work
I
anymore.
get dumber when I'm out there, and I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yeah, guys, they call us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage, episode 67. Before we go tonight, of course, we have some headlines for you guys, but it's been a fun show. We got to thank Brenda for calling in. Yeah,
I hope everything goes well.
I do too. We'll probably check in on her around Christmas time. I'm sure she's going to have an Amazon list of gifts she wants to get for little Kyle, and she's probably going to come pandering around to us.
Something unfortunate is going to happen. Her tree's
we'll
going to get
hear
set
from
on
her
fire
over the
or
holidays, I'm
something,
sure. Yeah, and there goes Louie, right on time, the co-producer. Mom, let Louie back into the main house. But yeah, before we go, a little bit of headlines, guys, for you. Speaking of cat and mouse, right? Cat, mouse, yeah. A new study on mice suggests that picking your nose may lead to Alzheimer's. Okay? So be careful out there. I mean,
what?
If you're... Exactly. I mean, we all know. We all do it. I mean, I still pick my nose. Like, after a long shift, and, you're on your ride home, you pick and flick out the window, you do it. It's fine. We all do it every once in a while.
But so this is interesting. I wonder why.
New studies are saying that, and this is just on mice so far.
That's disturbing.
But with
information.
When picking your nose, you kind of damage tissue in your nostril cavity.
It goes up into your brain.
And then any germs or bacteria or things on your finger shoot right up into your brain, and some of them...
I'm ruined. I'm ruined, dude. I know I'm ruined. Damn it.
Yeah, exactly. So
by the end of our fourth season, I won't know how to drive home from your...
I'm just saying, just be careful out there when you're picking your nose, because you might be just digging a tunnel that's letting all sorts of germs up there. And this isn't just a bullshit thing. I mean, like I said, they're testing it on mice, but there's plenty of caveats. So far, the research supporting is only based on mice and not humans. But they're going to try to get into human testing here shortly.
What happened? The mice forgot where they parked their car?
Does it work the same on the little mice as it does the big mice?
Well, it depends on, like, you have big, medium, and small, depending on what your snake can eat. So you have to...
How do you know if a mice has Alzheimer's?
Does it affect the little mice as much as the big mice?
Well, and that's another thing. Like, what's the study on?
Do they have a little community of where they normally go, and then now it's going in the wrong house?
The big mice...
This one has...
The little mice are getting real, lackadaisical, and they can't really function. The big ones are like, what they put in their food, man?
Well, next headline we have up for you tonight. Cockroaches literally shut down part of a Halloween celebration this past Halloween. Like I said, we're only 3 days away.
So not decoration.
So this is new news. But
I know I'll never go.
Trick or treating was basically off limits on an entire 2-3 block area around 20th Street in the suburb of, is it called Wyandotte, Michigan? Wyandotte, Michigan. So 2 or 3 blocks were just cut off. They were just shut down with barricades to not trick or treat there or around that block, because this one house during a trash out, the guy that trashed the place out discovered like 1 million roaches running around. And they immediately started spreading like to neighborhood houses, and they're like, we don't want trick-or-treaters going up to these houses and accidentally picking up.
You're in a real life movie.
This is crunchy.
You're in a real life movie,
or just picking bugs up like on their costumes or eggs and transporting them throughout the neighborhood. So literally, the city shut down this block.
Wow.
And they're like, no trick or treating, just for tonight on this.
Talking about Joe's apartment.
I'm saying so,
dude. And how about
from First Avenue to Second Avenue, 4th Street to 5th Street? This whole block is
when I worked Section 8. When I worked Section 8 apartments, some of the roach problems in some of those apartments were so bad. When I went to evaluate a trash out before it started, I opened a
What's a trash out exactly?
So you just like get rid of everything that might be left behind.
Oh, I see.
And you trash it out, and then you remodel it, and then you get it ready for the next tenant.
Then you take a shop back and suck up all the...
So I literally, Dad, I opened this closet that was standard in all the apartments, and I knew what was in it. It was the HVAC was in this closet, and I went to open this, and just a shower of roaches fell as soon as onto my head, onto my shoulders. Just a shower of probably 50 roaches fell, and they scatter. And I have seen, and I've opened a refrigerator that has food in it that's been shut off. like hasn't had power for at least 6 months, and you open that thing and it's black and just roaches screaming and crawling all out like a horror movie.
What the hell?
I have seen, dude. I kill roaches. I kill roaches with my bare hands because I've seen so many roaches in my life. I had a little bit of a roach infestation in one of my apartment buildings that I lived in for a little while. So I mean, I'm not a stranger to it, and honestly, like anyway,
and Papa Roach.
And Papa Roach.
Oh, I've seen you
cut my life into pieces.
I've seen you put it into a roach with your lips.
All right, that's a different kind of roach altogether.
Oh
Mike.
yeah, there's a lot of different roaches that are out there.
Very good, very good. Well, some prankster, you little prankster. Speaking of pranksters, some pranksters from Ohio did it again. There's a museum, or not a museum, it's like an art center in Ohio, and this is the second year that they've been tagged, but this year I think it might be the same group of vandals.
It's the kid
if you want
from
to call
freaking
them
Parks
vandals.
and Recreation. What's his name? I forget.
Pacitus,
Yeah.
with the peach pit. But there's a sculpture outside of an Ohio art center, and it was transformed this year into a scene from E.T. So the sculpture is called First Ride, which depicts a dad like lifting his kid. It's two statues. A dad like letting go of his kid on the bike for the first time, and the kids riding his. So that's the statues. So last year they did something to do with It from Stephen King. They defaced. They didn't deface the thing, but they dressed it up. They dressed it up. This year, the pranksters again. They don't know who they are, but these guys did. They put the dad in a hazmat suit, and then they dressed the kid up like Elliot from E.T. And then there's a basket on the sculpture, so
Nice.
they put E.T. in the basket with the the thing, and honestly, like
I bet the whole town's behind that now.
so.
Well, if
The guy who
If it's not destructing the
I
product,
don't know who's trying to catch him.
the director
But if it's
the
the place
director
to-
the director of the museum was asked for comment. He's like, this is amazing. We wish we could have thought of
Encourage it,
this.
yeah.
And we encourage it, and it's awesome, and like they do no damage to the statue. And he's like, this year I was getting ready to pull into work, and I was driving, I almost ran my car off the road because I was like, oh, and this is his quote. He's like, I was riding down the road and I saw a red hoodie on the biker. Because, the hazmat suit was probably clear plastic, so you couldn't see it from afar. So he's got the red, and he's like, oh, someone put a raincoat on the biker. That's cool, because it was raining out that day. He's like, and then I got close and I realized what the hell. And he's like, I almost swerved off the road.
Nice.
I was like,
Oh, yeah.
this is awesome. And he's like, and we can't ask for better publicity than this. So yeah, so Ohio's getting its dues. He's like,
what town
I can't
in
wait.
Ohio?
it is Fitton.
Philip?
Hamilton.
Oh yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah,
Where's
I
that
know
in
that's
relation
down-
to like?
That's down I-75 south towards Cincinnati and off to the right before you get to Cincinnati.
It's about an hour and a half.
That's where all the grandma and grandpa Bishop and everybody lived down there. Uncle Burry and
All right.
that.
Well,
Hamilton.
some jackass set a new world record. If you can, I mean, this guy is one of those guys that just chases world records.
Is he extreme?
And tries to beat them, and he doesn't necessarily know what he's doing when he signs on to one and learns it and then beats the record. These serial Guinness Book of World. So
We're gonna start doing that, by the way.
Yeah, he himself, he's broken more than 255 Guinness Book of World Records, I guess, if you want to say that. But man slices through apples while bouncing on pogo stick.
That's a
Wait, like, does he use
That
the
is,
pogo
with a
stick to
sword.
slice?
No, so he's on the pogo stick, and somebody. So this is
Is throwing him.
He does it to promote some sort of educational program, and he won the record. His neighbor Jonathan Hollywood Hannon.
Hollywood.
Hey Hollywood, can you come over and help me with a video? I have to get a video for my. So Hollywood threw up 74 apples in a 1 minute time period. Just lobbed them up in front of him while he's bouncing. While this guy David Rush is bouncing on his pogo stick with a samurai sword.
Jeez.
And Hollywood's just tossing up apples, as quickly as as many 74 in 1 minute. I mean, he was doing some work.
so this guy.
Less than a second per
This
apple.
guy must just sit around and have a book, or he has it online now.
So Rush
and he goes
managed.
through and he goes, Wonder what damn records I can break
Also,
this year.
I
or
can't
next
believe that's
year.
a record. Well,
So-
I guess it
Is
is.
that
So-
a record?
well, he
they did 5.
Hollywood
I could do 7.
Hollywood lobbed up 74 apples. Rush managed to hit 63 of them. 56 of those apples were considered sliced evenly enough to count towards the record. Like evenly sliced apples on a pogo stick. That's a record. Apparently. He said the most difficult part this time was learning how to ride a pogo stick with no arms. Because you got to fucking probably clutch that shit with your thighs and your knees. Because you got to be, and I've done that freehand. You know, I've done a
Oh,
pogo
I was about to
stick.
say, I was like, that's how he did it, huh?
Yeah, you have to be freehand so you can slice
Either
the
that or
fucking
his
sword.
ass is real
I
sore.
thought you'd just be like, shing, shing.
Well, his ass is probably very sore.
I would have clipped my eye out within like 2 seconds. I would have.
Last headline I have for you guys tonight. Last headline. Maine.
Maine.
Love it.
Love it. Well,
If you told
apparently,
about MAINE.
talking about the state of Maine.
Yes.
They did away with some very crucial, and this is why no state, this is a forewarning to any legislatures out there in any other states. Don't get away from the scrutiny of custom license plates, because when you do, some people take advantage. And that's exactly what happened in Maine. The state, they basically gave
Ollie,
up.
Ollie, Oxenfree.
They gave up on like inspecting. Like they fired half the department that goes through like these vanity plates.
This is good. This is no good.
And fuck bombs were being in, like all sorts of shit. Like people were getting away with all sorts of shit. And they were okay. So the new policy.
Can I have fuck this on my plate, please?
Yeah, basically around 2015, they said it was basically there was no review department at that point, and it's been kind of that way since. So people have just been kind of putting whatever the hell they want.
Get out.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
fuck this.
Get out of Maine.
Yeah, exactly.
Go back.
And just all sorts of shit. So now they've reversed the law and they've opened up more than 400 cases so far,
And counting, I'm sure.
that they're issuing a
New plate.
like a notice to all the plate owners that says you have to have a new plate. You can get a regular plate for free.
We gotta look.
You can get a new custom plate for this.
Your plate is
We
being
have to
replaced.
dig a little
I'm
bit
sure
deeper.
there might be some Google images of some of these.
I was about to
Maine
say we need to
plates.
dig a little bit.
Oh, you can
and
imagine.
just
Google Maine.
Oh my gosh.
Probably just fuck Boston. Probably a couple fuck Bostons. You know,
Maine,
like
yeah. I don't
yeah.
know. Oh, you know what mine's gonna say?
what's yours gonna say? I had a. Have
Go
you ever had a
Bolts.
custom plate?
Yeah. Mom got me one. There was a John Lennon. Imagine.
It just
If
said
you can.
imagine.
And
Yeah,
it said if you can.
Oh, it just said if you can. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I had TGA Trio, which was the Gaslight edition, and we were a trio. And you have to pay like what, $50 extra, I think, for that.
And I think you have to like repeatedly pay it like year.
And if I'm one of these plate
it's a little
owners
bit
and I have
extra.
like the awesomest plate, like Ass Man, like from the Seinfeld episode, like if you were able to get Ass Man in and no one cared, and now you've had it for however long, and now they're telling you kibosh. I mean, pretty upset.
it would say BK back TH.
I am
off.
issuing this to Sotheby's to auction off.
Sotheby's?
Sotheby's.
Sotheby's? I thought you said
Sotheby's.
like Sotheby's, like an
No,
Applebee's
you know
competitor.
that the big auction house.
on like
the
US
Ass
19.
Man plate.
Oh yeah, okay, all right.
Oh, you can't get this anymore. And this has been prevalent for 4 years.
Can't get no Ass Man
Nope.
plate.
Well,
You can buy one at Sotheby's auction.
Well, I think at this
International
point we're
auction.
just.
I've seen a lot of those.
You heard of
I think
Sotheby's, right?
I think
They
at this
have
point
the
we're just
all-
crashing
They-
into
they
the side
auction
of
They
the
have
mountain.
all the high-end crap. You know?
Yeah.
Listener,
Sotheby's,
thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I think, like I said, at this point we're just kind of crashing, and it's time to go watch the rest of that hockey game. Ryan, what's the update?
The update is
Oh, he's got us. See, he doesn't even have
second period. I
it. Yeah,
mean,
yeah, somewhere. Hopefully,
one-
hopefully
One
1-1.
left his phone in
Hopefully
there.
1-1. And we're gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so
See
much
you
for
next
listening
week.
to episode
Thank you for
67. We'll see you.
watching.
Good
We
night,
love you.
everyone. Love you. Bye bye.